Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here just to celebrate this kind of momentous occasion for our town and our Public Works Department, just signifying the completion of the Quaker Farm Road Bridge construction. I'm Jeff Foster. I'm the Deputy Director of Public Works for the town of Groton. Before I get into things, I want to thank a few people that are here. Our elected officials, including our Mayor, Juliette Parker, our Town Manager, our Director of Planning, Development, and Public Works, and then all the employees and first responders for the town that are going to greatly benefit from this bridge being back open. And before I get into the history of the project, I do just want to take a moment and recognize exactly why we're here today. In Public Works, we're always dealing with looking ahead to the next project, dealing with the latest emergency, the latest disaster, the next snowstorm, windstorm, rainstorm. So we don't really get a lot of chances to just take a pause on a Friday afternoon, enjoy a beautiful day, and just kind of recognize a major accomplishment for the department. So I would like to stop and do that today. These things don't happen overnight. There's a lot of things that go into it before you guys see the big machinery that's here. The planning stage, the budgeting, the financing, looking for grants, the design, the permitting, the coordination with many different stakeholders that go into that. So a lot went into it for many years. When I joined the town 2 years ago as the town engineer, one of the questions I asked our Public Works Director was, what's going to be hot on my plate once I take over in this role? The reconstruction of this bridge was the first thing that he mentioned, so it's a big deal to me as a multi-year employee here now, but it's also a big deal for a lot of residents and other employees in the town, so I do just want to recognize that. But the real story actually began a lot sooner than the 2 years ago that I joined the town. All the way back in 2016, there was an inspection done on this bridge that identified potential structural concerns, flow concerns with the culvert that passes underneath. Beavers were damming up the upstream side, creating flooding of upstream homes. So it's been known for about 10 years at this point that there were issues. And a couple years later, in 2018, the structural concerns became so bad that they deemed the bridge structurally unsafe and they closed it off to vehicles to drive on. So this path that we're all standing on has been closed for about 8 years now, so opening it up is a big deal. But again, a tremendous amount of work happened to make that happen. That includes securing funding via the Connecticut Local Bridge Program, which did fund half of the construction for this project, permitting through many state agencies and the local Groton Inland Wetlands Agency, obtaining easements from multiple adjacent property owners that allowed us to work on their property in order to see this through, coordinating with interfering overhead utilities that no longer exist over our heads that were in the way, and just all the other moving pieces that go into this kind of thing. But as with many municipal and government projects, there is one remaining box to check. So while we're standing here and we're going to ceremoniously cut this pretty green ribbon behind me, we do have one final inspection that remains before we're fully completed. But getting to this point with the construction complete is a major milestone for the town, and everyone that was involved with it should be proud. With that, I do want to just thank a few people that contributed to that. Again, we have our town council, including our mayor, Juliette Parker. They're tremendous working with the Public Works Department, prioritizing these kind of projects, so I thank them. I do want to recognize Greg Hanover, the former Public Works Director who retired recently. He really steered the ship on this project for many years and used it as a tool for training me and my onboarding as a leader and a staff member with this department, and seeing through many of those steps that I spoke about. The Public Works Division in general, especially our Engineering Division and our Roads and Streets Division. The Groton Inland Wetlands Agency, who we worked with to secure permitting to do this project with environmental consideration. The Groton Open Space Association, who is one of the adjacent property owners who worked closely with us and gave valuable input to make this project happen. And then SLR, our design engineer, who designed the project, and Dayton Construction, who secured the bid and built the bridge for us. And I do want to recognize those last two in particular. This was the largest contract from dollars and cents that I've been a part of since I got here, and it's the only one that the contractor arrived at the pre-construction meeting with a schedule that they stuck to. They gave us a schedule at the very first meeting that said we'll be done in July of 2026, and here we stand. with a completed project. And every time I've complimented them on that, every single time they defer that compliment to our design engineer, SLR. They said they gave us a fantastic, thoughtful design that was easy to build, and it just shows that there is a lot of credit to go around to all the people that, and the brains and the hands and the minds that went into this. So again, thank you to all of those people and anybody I may have forgotten. And at this time, our mayor, Juliet Parker, has agreed to say a few words, so I'm going to turn it over to her to speak as well.
Thank you, Jeff. Okay. I won't be long because I know everybody's waiting for the ribbon cutting and the potential snacks at the end. Well, of course, the snacks. Hi, I'm Juliet Parker, current town mayor of Groton. Like to thank State Rep Gajewski, Councilor Pacino, Ann Jones, and Mr. Burt, Mr. Reiner, Director Reiner, Jeff, for all their hard work. So thank you for joining us today. It is my privilege to stand with the Town of Groton Public Works Department as we mark the reopening of the Quaker Farm Bridge over Haley's Brook. This bridge serves as an important link within our community, and its restoration reflects careful planning, skilled workmanship, and a strong commitment to maintaining safe and dependable infrastructure. We extend our sincere appreciation to the Public Works staff, engineers, contractors, and all who contribute to this project. Your dedication has made today's reopening possible, which there'll be after the inspection. We are pleased to return the Quaker Farm Bridge to service and look forward to the continued safety and reliability it will provide for years to come. Again, thank you all for your hard work. Thank you for your dedication for this project. It was almost 11 years coming, but it's done, and everyone wanted to do it correctly and efficiently. Thank you all for your hard work. I greatly appreciate it. I'm going to turn it back over to Jeff.
Thank you, Mayor Parker, and actually I'm going to keep you up here. So at this time, I'm going to present the mayor with the ceremonial scissors, and before she performs the cutting, I do want to invite whoever would like to come up and pose for some photos before we do the official cutting.
Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
You want to sharpen those scissors.
Oh, there we go.
All right, thank you everyone again for coming. We do have some cookies and drinks to share, so feel free to. Oh, and we would like to ask that everyone that is here signs the road. We have chalk to leave our mark before we all go today, and there's drinks and refreshments. Thank you again.